Hey guys, I'm going to teach you today how to make butter. This is really easy, and not only do you just get butter, but you get buttermilk if you make biscuits. So what I have here is heavy whipping cream, and this is a quart. I'm not going to use the whole thing for this application. What I'm going to do is, pour heavy whipping cream into your food processor, and this one, it has it's filled up to here, because this cream is actually going to grow, okay? As it becomes whipped, it's going to grow, so you don't want to overfill it. So this is about halfway up. So I'm not sure how much that is. I never really measured it, but it's just your machine should have a mark as to a fill line. This is, if I'm doing something with dry ingredients, I will fill it up more, but this will grow, so I just want to make sure it doesn't spill. So I just filled it up to the half. And then we're going to add salt to it. And I'm using the French Celtic salt, which is very good. It's got all your minerals. This salt is not mined by machines. It's cultivated by hand. So I'm actually going to add a teaspoon of salt into that into the cream. And I'm going to add just a little bit more cream. And if you want to add any other flavorings, this is the time to add it. This is just going to be plain butter. It's not going to be flavored butter. So then we put it, and this is kind of loud, guys, so I'm just going to whip it until it's at a certain thickness, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you see, it was at this line here, and now it's up here. So if you had filled it too much, it would be spilling into the blade thing. So anyway, I'm going to keep whipping it. It takes about 5 minutes, and I'll show you. Right now it's becoming whipped, so it's just still real thick cream. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you what it looks like at this stage. I'm going to grab my whip. See how thick that is? It's thick, but it's still not butter. So I'm just going to scrape it off the sides and then let it keep whipping. Okay guys, so this is almost ready. It's starting to turn yellowy and it's starting to look more like butter, but it's not ready. I'm going to scrape down the sides again because it's almost ready, and I want to get all the sides, everything down in here before it separates. And when it separates, you'll have your fat, which will be the butter, and then you'll have water, which is going to be your buttermilk. So I want to make sure that the sides and everything is incorporated. So let's see what we got so far. It's almost, it's become, now it's starting to separate, and you have very liquidy, see the fat is starting to separate from the liquid, and it was very thick and hard, and now it's becoming more yellowy and is becoming softer. So it's about to separate. So let's keep going. You see how that's doing? It's completely separated now. You see, you have butter and then you have the liquid. So you have butter and buttercream. Let me get my spatula and I'll show you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take, do you see all this liquid that's gonna be coming out now? You see that? That's buttercream. And I'm gonna separate that from the butter. And what I do, right in the bowl so I don't make too much of a mess, what I do with the spatula is I press the butter. You know, you press the butter like so, and it squeezes more buttercream, buttermilk out. So you kind of press it, and the more you press it, the more liquid you're gonna be pressing out of your butter. Which I honestly don't press it a whole lot, because I do like my butter to be a little softer. Anyway, see all that buttercream you're getting? And that, my friends, is delicious. See, that's buttermilk. You can take this and make biscuits with it. All right, so for the butter, I'm gonna go ahead and put my butter into this container. Look at this, beautiful, creamy butter. Beautiful and delicious. And this is, I like making butter because it's so easy. And not only is it easy, but I mean, you're saving money because you buy one container of whipping cream, and that container is going to cost you about, or maybe a little less than what it'll cost you to buy butter. But you make butter, and then you also have your buttermilk. So you're saving money. And it's fresh. I mean, it's delicious. When I get it into the bowl like this, I go ahead and press it a little bit more. And you see how much more. Let me clean up this mess here. Poured a little bit of buttermilk out. Okay, so you see how much more liquid is coming out when I press it. And honestly, this is such good butter. When I first started making butter, my husband was like, oh, it's the same thing. It's not going to taste any different. But honey, let me tell you, we did a blind taste test, and this butter was so much better. See that? Look how creamy that is. Beautiful. It's butter. I hope you try this recipe. There's no limit to what you can do with this recipe. You can put garlic in it and make garlic butter. You can put pepper in it. You can put any flavoring that you like whatsoever. There is no limit. Your limit is your own creativity. And then you have your buttermilk. This is to be used within a couple of days, I would say, because it is fresh. So you don't want to leave it sitting out, and you don't want to leave it for too long. So with this, I will probably be marinating some chicken with garlic and onion and the sweet bell peppers, and put it into my buttermilk, and it tenderizes, and it just makes it awesome. I really hope you try this. There's nothing simpler than making your own butter. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.